What is up, you guys? It's your boy Stazzy here, back with another video. Today's video is a special one. As you can clearly see in the background, Montreal Canadiens covers for all the festivities. I'm celebrating big out here. Not really so much celebrating as I really hope the Montreal Canadiens would lose this series and have a chance at the Lafreniere sweepstakes. But it is what it is. Now I'm on board. Go Habs go. Drive for 25 is on. This video is just going to be an analysis little video, and it's going to be about why the Habs beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. Go check it out and let's see what the Pittsburgh Penguins did wrong.
Carey Price is rested. Shea Weber is rested. But then again, goes hand in hand. Evgeny Malkin and Crosby are rested as well. This is going to be hard for Montreal. I think Carey Price will stand on his head. But realistically speaking, I am a fan, I am biased, but I am speaking on facts. I think Montreal is winning this series in 5. The Habs, I think, will come out on top. I don't think that's a bad take at all. Sure, on paper, look, you have the 5th place team going against the 12th place team. On paper, it looks like Pittsburgh's going to sweep them. And a lot of people are saying Pittsburgh's going to sweep them, which is honestly, it's not a good take at all, honestly. You have to look at this from a different perspective. I'm just going to say Montreal in 5, all right? Montreal's winning that series, and they're going to play against the Philadelphia Flyers. And now that's another rematch of 2010, which is a little haunting for me, but we're going to talk about that later. All right.
Yes, sir. As you clearly saw from that last clip, I was right. I was right. The Habs did beat the Penguins. Every single person that I've encountered, every single analyst I've seen has said Pens in 3, Pens in 4, or Pens in 5. Never have they thought about maybe potentially the Habs could win this series. Now, as a biased fan, I knew they were winning. I knew they could win. Pittsburgh is a team that we've beaten in the past. We've upset in the past. Look at 2010. The 2010 playoffs is a prime example of that. We beat prime Sidney Crosby, prime Malkin, prime Marc-Andre Fleury. And you know, at the time, it's like, we could probably do that again. Montreal Canadiens are a team that no one really expects to be in there. If there's one of the bottom seeded teams that everyone kind of, they're not really surprised that they made it, it's the Chicago Blackhawks, because they have Stanley Cup experience. They got a veteran presence. They got a great captain, Why So Serious. They got Patrick Kane. Corey Crawford's a little shaky in some games, but he's still keeping them up there. But the Montreal Canadiens, everyone's saying that either Carey Price is washed up, Shea Weber's getting too old. He's not really able to keep up with the modern age of defensemen. We don't have a lot of depth. We don't have a superstar presence, and just a lot of these key factors that it made sense why people would say Pittsburgh is winning this series. But I took an unbiased approach, even though I said Montreal's winning, and I took a step back and I was like, a best of 5 series is something that Carey Price can steal for the Canadiens, and he did. One thing I did love seeing is that on my prediction video, a lot of comments, I could put them up somewhere here, everywhere. Lots of comments saying I'm a fool for picking Montreal, I'm a fool for whatever. Guys, please comment again. I love debates, I love comments like that. It really drives me forward to make more videos like these, because I love debates and all that. So, Habs getting by Pittsburgh, people are like, there's no way that's happening, but I can see your reasoning. I can see why. And then I said, Montreal's playing Philly, because I said Philly would win the round robin, and they're close. The game's today. By the time I upload this video, the game will be done. Who knows? It's either Philly or Tampa. If Montreal plays Philly, they beat Philly in about 7 games. And I said that Philadelphia doesn't have a lot of offense. They don't have a lot of firepower, which they do, but they don't at the same time. Like, they got some aging players, but they also have some young players that can step up, like Konechny. They got their old guys like Voracek, Giroux, they got Hayes, they got all those guys. But their defense score is crazy. Carter Hart's sick, but he's also a rookie goalie. So guys, keep that in mind. He's a rookie. I'm 21. He's what, 20, 21? If I was in his position, then again, he's a professional. I would be literally wetting the bed. I don't know what I would do in that situation. But then again, if you think about it, they got no fans in the stadium. So that alone just takes out that's the X factor that calms the nerves, but it's still playoff hockey. You're still going to be nervous, you know what I mean? But Carter Hart did model his game after Price. So going after his idol might make him nervous too, like he's in the shadow of Carey Price. Carter Hart is the future of NHL's goalies, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be very interesting to see. Let's dive back to the video. I went off the rails a little bit, but let's start with the problems that Pittsburgh had. So first of all, your 3 core players. The 3 core players you built this team around: Crosby, Malkin, Letang. 3 aging players. Crosby just turned 33 on game 4. Malkin is 34 years old. Letang is 33 years old. You got players that just exited their prime, and they're slowly regressing. People want to consider Pittsburgh as a powerhouse team because of the brand name players on that team: Malkin, Crosby, Letang. But then again, you guys have to realize that eventually players like that regress. The next thing, inconsistent goalies. Matt Murray and you got Tristan Jarry. In my opinion, Pittsburgh should have started Tristan Jarry from the start. Matt Murray was 1 and 2. He had a .914 save percentage. He had a 2.5 goals against average. They put in Tristan Jarry for game 4. Tristan Jarry was 0 and 1, obviously. He did have a .952 save percentage and a 1.02 goals against. So Tristan Jarry did play better, but the goal that he let in, he looked shaky. So that one goal cost the Penguins. It did. But if you have a goalie like Matt Murray, who's won you 2 Stanley Cups, I'm not saying he carried the team, but you did win 2 Stanley Cups with Matt Murray. At one point, do you question, his goalie skills or his abilities? He's a casual goalie. He's not a great goalie. He's not a superstar. He's no Carey Price or Carter Hart. Matt Murray happened to be on a powerhouse team at the time that had a deep run. He was a backup to Marc-Andre Fleury at first, so he had no pressure coming in. Maybe he did. The second time he won the cup, it was all him. But then again, that 2017 cup, Crosby put the team on his back. Where was this Crosby? Look, Crosby had a decent playoffs. I think he had 3 points, but come on. Crosby should have 9 points. Crosby should be carrying this team. You got Zucker, you got Gensel, you got Sheary, Rust, you got Hornquist, Malkin, Crosby. These players should be destroying Montreal, except you have a lack of depth from your forward group, especially Patrick Marleau, who's a grizzled veteran in the playoffs. You got nothing from him. You got all these players, this year you got rid of Galchenyuk, you got rid of Phil the Thrill. I think that's what they were missing. I don't know if that's why they lost. I'm not sure. And we have to start the question, is Mike Sullivan the problem here? Or is it team's chemistry? This team is not going to get rid of Malkin or Letang. You can't do that. As Pittsburgh, you can't get rid of your core players like that. So I have a feeling Mike Sullivan's going to get fired. I really don't know what's going to happen for Pittsburgh. But all I do know is that they have a 1 in 8 chance of getting Alexis Lafreniere. And Sidney Crosby played for the same team that Lafreniere plays for now. They removed Oceanic. And apparently they have some sort of collaboration coming Monday. And I'm scared. I feel like it's going to be rigged. I feel like Pittsburgh is going to get this pick. I feel like Bettman wants Pittsburgh to be a successful team for a very long time. And I think they might get Lafreniere. That's a conspiracy we'll talk about later. Let's talk about Malkin for a second here. So Evgeny Malkin had 1 point in 4 games. That's really, really disrespectful to Pittsburgh. Really, really disrespectful to himself. He's better than that. It looked like he didn't try out there. He looked like he was sluggish on his feet. It looks like he ate too much during quarantine. He was he lost a little bit of his skill. I think the quarantine, what happened was a lot of players, they probably regressed because of that quarantine, and a lot of players probably got a boost of energy of, they want to be playing right now. But Malkin looked like he just wanted to go back to quarantine. I kid you not, that's what it looked like. I think he got 8 shots in the first game, 7 shots in the second game. He had 2 shots in the third game. I don't know how many shots he had in the fourth game, but clearly he wasn't there to win. He was there to play and get out of there, basically. Enough of the negativity. Let's talk about Montreal, guys. Let's talk about Montreal. Say what you want about Carey Price. I still believe in Carey Price. And this series shows you why you should still believe in Carey Price. Carey Price can steal you a series. Not a game, a series. And he can do that for a very long time. The problem with the Montreal Canadiens is that they were a team that always had a hot start in the beginning of the season, and they would slowly fall off the wagon and then eventually crumble all the way down to the bottom of the standings. Now this team, think of it as the start of the season. You had a 4-month quarantine. You're back to play now. You're having a hot start. Everyone's rested. It's not like you played 82 games of a regular season. Now you're playing the postseason playoffs, because Montreal is known for that. Montreal is known for running out of gas in the first, second, or third round of the playoffs. Look at 2010 when they ran out of gas in the Eastern Finals. Look at 2014 when they ran out of gas against Rangers. That's because Price got injured. Well, we're not talking about that. But now you have a fresh start. Carey Price is rested. He doesn't have all that workload that he's done in the regular season. Now he's rested. We got a bunch of players, depth players of Montreal, all rested. And it showed in this series. Carey Price was 3-1-0. He had a 1.67 goals against average, and he had a 9.47 save percentage. Carey Price leads the league in wins and leads the league in save percentage, and he got a shutout in the final game of the series to clinch the series for Montreal. 2-0. I don't get it. Actually, I do, but I don't at the same time. Montreal is such a subpar team, but they were carried by Carey Price. Montreal's depth stepped up big time. Byron, Lehkonen. Byron leads the team almost in points. 4 points for Byron, 3 points for Lehkonen. You had your defensive core that stepped up big time. Weber, Petry, Sherratt, your big 3. And then you have Kulak, Ouellet, and Mete. Mete was silent the whole series, but then again, he played 6 minutes a game. Kulak really stepped up for depth-wise. Ouellet stepped up a little bit. He was a little shaky, but he still stepped up. As far as both captains go, when you look at Crosby, you look at Weber. Weber took his team, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to lead this team to the next round. Weber had 4 points. He was the veteran presence we needed, especially from a captain. Malkin, him and Carey Price is what really boosted our morale in this series. And I think the Montreal Canadiens can make a deep run. I'm saying it now. I think the Montreal Canadiens can make a deep run. Jeff Petry, one of the most underrated defensemen in the league. So agile with the puck, so fluid. This guy is amazing. One of the greatest pickups that Marc Bergeron has ever done in his time as Montreal Canadiens general manager. Ben Sherratt, another big pickup in the offseason from Bergeron. 2 points in 4 games. He was a +6, leads the team in plus-minus. Even the rookies stepped up. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, people thought he was a bust. People thought this and that. Should have taken Kachuk, should have taken Quinn Hughes. Sure, we could have gotten him now, but the way I see Jesperi Kotkaniemi, 2 goals in 4 games. He had some seasoning in Laval, and then the season ended. And now he came back. He looks a bit bigger. He looks better on the ice. He looks faster. He throws the body around. This guy's a big kid. He's 6'3". He's put some weight on him. He scored. He gets down in the dirty areas. Like, I see a major improvement from Jesperi Kotkaniemi. And watch out, for 3 years from now, he's going to be one of the best players on Montreal. Guarantee that. Next, Nick Suzuki. 2 points, 1 goal, 1 assist. Another big player. Stepped up big time, playing top 6 minutes. Let's talk about the negatives about the Montreal Canadiens. If the Montreal Canadiens would like to make a deep run, you can't rely on Carey Price to steal you games and a series, and you can't rely on your depth to be scoring for you every game. And now there's a few players I'm going to mention here. 5 players: Yoel Armia, Thomas Tatar, Brendan Gallagher, Jonathan Drouin, Max Domi. Those 5 players had 2 combined points total. 1 point from Drouin, who got a goal, and 1 point from Gallagher, who got an assist, I think. I'm going to excuse Max Domi because he's on the 4th line every game for some reason. I don't get why Julien puts him on the 4th line. Domi plays like 10 minutes a game. You got Drouin, who was on the 3rd line majority of the time, and he got bumped up to top 6 minutes later on. Also, Drouin, every time he cuts his hair, watch out for that. Drouin's going to be a monster next series. I'm guaranteeing that right now. Yoel Armia plays 3rd line minutes. He should be really stepping up. Thomas Tatar, leading the team in points in the regular season, and he's quiet in 4 games. He's really got to step it up too in the next round. Gallagher too. You know, he's laying the body. He's getting in the dirty areas, but chances aren't going his way. Even Tatar, I see the chances aren't going his way. Just stay tuned for the next series. I think they will step it up. Not in a big way, but I think they'll step it up to, you know, prove, you know, that they can still produce for the Canadiens. We also have Claude Julien behind the bench. Veteran coach. He's won a Stanley Cup with the Bruins. He can do it again. He's been to the finals many times. I think he can do it again. So, this has been a pretty long video. Hope you enjoyed the video. This has been your boy once again. Hope you enjoyed. The drive for 25 is on. Hope to see you guys soon. I'm going to make another series review. If the Canadiens beat either Philly or Tampa. We'll see tonight. We'll see tonight, guys. We'll see who wins. Very excited. You know, I really wanted Lafreniere, but at this point, I don't care. Let's go. Drive for 25 is on. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace out.